made some tough threes and blew the game open. But again, if you allow any team in this league 18 offensive boards, we did a decent job getting some stops, and then they didn't come up with the rebounds. It's about toughness. It's about attention to detail. It's about being locked in, knowing your guys coming behind you, running in. But when you give them 18 more bullets, you can't win this league. And that's the area right now that was a strength of ours, was rebounding, and now it's one of our weaknesses. And somehow we got to get that back.
Coach, how much of that disparity on the boards do you think has to do with missing Tyler?
A little bit of toughness, I thought. But the big positive is Amir Johnson. I think it's 2 games in a row now. He's came along and gave us a punch that we needed, and that's the old Amir that we've seen. And I'm really proud of him, the way he's come along. Now we got to get everybody chimed in. One night one guy has a big night, next guy another night has. We got to get it all rolling at the same time. But Tyler may be out. He's going to get a look at his shoulder tomorrow once we get to Los Angeles to see where it is. But we missed his toughness. And this team is a very physical team. Their wing players are physical. They're tough matchups, and you got to meet that physicality with physicality, and we didn't do it on the boards.
How much is the issue with you guys most of the years? Physical teams get into you and you don't respond correctly.
It's that's the word on us on the streets is to get into us, and we got to respond. I mean, we got to do what we can. The guys are. It's not like they're not trying. I think Kyle's going in, hitting people, and. But again, when we go against physical teams, we know they're going to just try to climb up our backs and knock us around, and we got to get low, get ready for it, and hit back.
How much of Amir's success has to do with it looks like some of the screen roll games coming back, and he's being involved in that, Coach?
Well, it is. And Steve Novak, opens things up for him, because if you don't cover him, it's a three-point ball. And Kyle's doing a good job of coming off and seeing that, and he's rolling like a banshee down the middle, which is open. And we got to get JV rolling. JV missed a couple of chippies he normally makes. But again, we're doing some good things, but we're not getting rewarded for it with a W. And it's hard to see it, but I see some of the positives, and that's what we got to go on going forward.
You talked about the chippies, Rudy. It's been on all season long.
Yeah, it's tough because he's getting hit, he's getting physical, he's got a shoulder hit, he's got to hit first. He's not getting the benefit of the calls, and some of them are not fouls, and so he's got to make sure he goes in there, hits first, and think about dunking the ball more so than finessing. And JV's the same thing. We got to go in there with ill intentions on our mind instead of trying to finesse it. Going down the lane, because teams going to, it's a physical game. It's a physical league, and this is a physical team here tonight. And if you don't go in there with a tough physical disposition, you're going to get knocked off your mark, and you're going to miss those chippies.
It was one of the quieter nights, not only for Rudy, but for DeMar as well. What did they do?
Well, they did. They put their physical guys on him. They wrapped him up. They grabbed him. They half-a-manned him when he came off pin downs. They top-locked him where he couldn't use the pin downs. And then when he tried to bust through, he did get to the middle. But, again, he's going to see that coverage when you score the way he's been scoring. He's going to see special coverages, and now somebody else is going to have to pick up the slack.
All right, thanks.